Hello, 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 and welcome. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, still. Hasn't changed yet. Hello, hello, hello. How we're doing? Good morning, everyone. And Ininos and Lumatic. Hi, good morning. And L Shenanigans and Nathadrill and LJ and Sheesh. All of you are here. Hi, good morning. How are we doing? Hope you're doing good. Merry Christmas. What? No. Go to sleep and wake up again. That was weird. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you had a good start into the day. The day is actually treating you quite nicely. And just a second. Just a second. Okay, cool. There we go. And there it is. Now we're here. What are we doing today? We are going to level Chelsea. Maybe. We'll see. I hope so. I hope so. We do have a few quests in the northern part of Stranglethorn that we can do. But then the rest is... Oh, it's raining. Great. But then the rest is very not in our range yet. So I would suggest after this we are moving our behind up to Hildbred. I suppose. Yeah. That's what I think. So, how are all of you? How is your day? What are you up to? In all of that, you know? Just making a few things here. I am super late this morning. Well, not really late. I am testing new things for our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. Yeah. Because if you are here for that, then you have to you have to sit through quite a lot of Baldur's Gate. That might take up a while. So I am playing around with some images. Yeah. And that got me a little bit in a time crunch here this morning. So I do apologize for being a little bit late. Sorry. Sorry. You are packing kitchens onto pallets. Wait. I thought that you are just selling or renting the moving equipment. Do you do moves as well? Can you be hired for moving? I didn't know that. You're eating breakfast? That's good. That's pretty good. What are we having for breakfast? Oh. Why are you guarding the iron there? That's not nice. Rye bread cheese marmalade. That is a good combination. You get kitchens from Germany and Denmark once a week and you pack them and deliver them to the customers. That is so not what I had in mind with your job. That is so not what I had in mind. Okay, interesting. So you do everything. I was going to say, so you're not working in a moving company. It's one of these, we don't actually know what we're doing, but we're doing it anyway. Yeah. That fits. Interesting. I was being told firmly that once you start a business, you should be very clear in what this business is. Mm-hmm. I was told that. Be very specific and clear what that business is. Logistics. So installing appliances to worksite is also logistics? Huh. Okay. Apparently so, yeah. Aha. On your way to 3 hours of school? Well, the school year is over soon. Not taking that much longer. Right? So 3 hours is a little inconvenience during the rest of the free day. You do anything as long as you throw money at us. Kind of clear. Yeah. No, it's just interesting that you ask like 3 people and you get 5 different opinions on how to describe your business. Hi, Grimrider. Good morning. Good morning. You never leave the comfort of your terminal. You just receive the goods and spend the boss's money and yell at students. Interesting. Interesting. About a month, end of July. Yeah, go, Lumatic. Go. Don't let me keep you. To the young and in school again. That's your workday. Yes. It's in the job description. Yell at students. Going to go and buy the Dreamo van yesterday. Got up to the point where he just had to tell you the address and still haven't responded. Oh, alright. Lots of people have written to him, but no one has picked it up. Maybe he's waiting for a higher price. Or that. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Because you buy a car for him, or you want to buy a car from him. It's not a dating site. And let's face it, the pictures in those dating sites from what you hear on the internet are never like the real person anyway. Imagine how much cake you can haul in that van. Not with a practical approach. I mean, it is, right? Yeah. And it is very Natadre. Nobody can tell him that he is replaced. Well, the good thing is that you're not really in a time crunch, right, Canininus? You still have a couple of months if that deal doesn't go through. Yeah, exactly. Excuse me, I would like to buy your van. Can you tell me how many cakes of this size it could fit? That's a very important thing. Hi, Balleroni. Your favorite zone? What, the cake zone? You're very spontaneous, so you want to have something last week, preferably. That's not spontaneous. That is planned. Spontaneous would be we start on September 1st, so getting the car on the last day of August is definitely soon enough. Oh, you mean Stranglethorn? Ah! Getting the stare here. Oh, and I don't know who of you heard. I was talking yesterday about these custom badges that Twitch is testing right now. You know, that can be given out and are supposed to be permanent for special events on a stream in a channel. I am not going to do that right now because A, it is still in beta, so changes are still possible, and I don't want anyone to get a badge and then not have it permanently. And the other thing is that they are either subscription, gift sub, or watch hour based. So I hope that when it comes out of beta, that they have more options than that. So I'm not going to do that now because that doesn't sit right with me. You are not going to heal, my dear. Not happening. How many of you are showing up here? Just you. Oh, good. And a Stranglethorn page. That's a good amount of cake. Nathadriel already slid out of his stool for that. Out of his chair. Now you want German chocolate cake? We do that. Although I don't know what specifically is a German chocolate cake. We don't do a special chocolate cake. Oh, I think that's just the name for the cake and has actually nothing to do with Germany, I suppose. Yeah. Hi, Basachan. Good morning. Oh no, we don't do that. That is... that's a Danish thing. Serving everything with a beer. Yeah, no, we don't do that. Beer is for hearty meals, you know, like, well, what you would usually have when you go to a restaurant in the evening, or for lunch. Beer is not mixed with sweet, usually. Named after the German chocolate company. Let me quickly take a look. I want to know that now. It's originated in the States. Named after English-American chocolate maker Samuel German. Okay. So the inventor of that cake, his surname is German. That's why it's called a German chocolate cake. Has nothing to do with Germany. Now we know. Yay, learning. Yes, beer can be lunch, but you don't mix it with anything sweet. Drives. Drive safe. Ok. Well, we're getting a good amount of silk at least. That's nice. And now Nathadriel needs his daily dose of cake. Go buy some. Hold on, why are you out of polymorph already? That wasn't fun. There we go. You didn't even buy anything yummy from the store, only a drink and a banana? What is wrong with you? You had the whole cake aisle at your disposal and you choose a drink and a banana? Yeah. I don't want to fight you. I don't think that fighting you is healthy. At the morning you only take coffee? It's like your gasoline. Well, since we are having breakfast here, right? Since the segment is called Breakfast in Azeroth, I have a tea. Today I made an extra pot of coffee since same as yesterday. And then I have bread here, rye bread with cold cuts. You know? Like breakfast? But you could. Back to the office. Thank you for stopping by, Basahan. See you later. No, fern extract. Where do I get that? Stowed in some supply boxes. Great, so they are stowed somewhere. Oh no, here. Oh, that's good. Hey, Phoenixer! Thank you for your 435 streak. How? That's mind-boggling. How is that even possible? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And good morning. Ooh. Okay, I put you into a sheet and we take you out first. That sounds like a decent idea. Have to spend the rest of the break outside? Do that! Thank you for stopping by, Balderoni. Thank you for stopping by. See you later. Somewhere. You are not going to heal yourself. You can forget about that, mister. Alright, new try. No, so much love from Nathabre. Perfect. Well, that worked quite noisily. Let's do that. It's raining in Stranglethorn, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Unfortunately, it is. Ooh, by the way, yesterday when we finished Subnautica, I distinctively remember that Phoenix had told me that there is a message at the end of the early access. Once you reach the absolute end of the early access storyline, you will get a message from the developers. And we didn't get that in our in the stream yesterday, so I thought, hold on, what are we missing here? Something has to be missing, right? So I recorded, went back to the place that we were, and lo and behold, I missed. It's in the video on YouTube that will be released today. I added that in. I just had to go to the second floor and there was the message of the last place where we were. So I recorded it and edited it into the video. So it is in the video on YouTube that releases today. And it just confirms that we actually did the whole storyline. Thank you. This is going way too well. As in, way too well. Oh, no. There we go. I said the words. What words did I say? Did I jinx it now? Most likely. Most likely. Yeah, the forbidden words, never to be uttered. Thanks, Phoenixer.
Congratulations.
Well, they're usually near the house, so way too well is usually pretty easy. Yes. Thanks. You have that at work? You never say it's quiet. Yeah. Uh-huh. There are some things that you shouldn't say. That's true. How can you resist my frostbolt, you person? I need more jungle remedies. Give me the... Oh, no, I need more mana is what I need. You have the link to the YouTube. Yeah, right there, Natadre. It is right there. I mean, you have it already. Since you're jumping back and forth sometimes. But you have the link right there. No butt. Keep your butt. Are you going to ask if it works after every single "aww" that you're going to put in the future? Yes, okay. So, let me give you the answer for every single time you ask. No. No. Nope. Did not work. Still immune. There's the answer. You can record it and have it on and have it played into your ear every time that you say no. I don't need the fighter. I need the medicine man for the jungle remedy. Maybe a ringtone. Oh god, are we back in the 90s? With Yazi? Imagine people were spending money to get a ringtone. And nowadays people are wondering why there is a ringtone on the phone when it is meant to be silent 24/7 anyway. Those were the days, yeah. Them were those days. But what if no? But what if no? Nah. You know, the thing is, LJ, with sometimes you have to be just firm with the Gremlins, which you're a part of now too, right? So sometimes you just have to be firm and stand your ground. Otherwise, they are going to walk all over you. They are sneaky little fellas. Yep. Compose your own 8-bit ringtones. Meep 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 meep. One of us, one of us. Yep, LJ is one of us now. LJ is representing the the YouTube part. Do I then break out the spray bottle? No, I just tell the gremlins to stop, and 8 out of 10 times they ignore me, and then I move on as normal. Yeah. That's what usually happens. I should get out the spray bottle though. Oh, I wouldn't necessarily say you're the foreign YouTube gremlin. We have a lot of gremlins from the States. So it's not really where you're from. Right? That doesn't matter. You're a gremlin. You're the YouTube gremlin. Yep. Another is very happy about that. He is celebrating already. You have never asked? Never asked what? Why Gremlins? Because, for one, of the follower emotes, those were the first emotes that we had in the channel. And I think at some point in the beginning I just referred to all of you, all of the chat to Gremlins because of the behavior, and that stuck. Just based on the YouTube part. Okay, well in that case, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
It is very fitting. Yep. It is. That's why, even though we've exchanged a lot of emotes, you know, with the new avatar and stuff, to make it more coherent, that's why I still keep the Gremlins as the follower emotes. I'm not sure I like that setup. Only one way to find out who is showing up here. Who is connected. Too many is what it is. Too many. Yeah, no. That is a few too many. I can't handle all three of you. Two of you, yes. Three, no. Hydration, that's a good thing. Thank you, Phoenix. Okay, so does that mean then from this side you're also coming in packs of 3? No, then it's just 2. What? That's weird. Well, okay, I take it. They should rename the Blizzard spell Minor Inconvenience. Yeah, once it's strong enough. Uh-huh. With like rank 4 or something. Yeah. Right now it feels more like a little sting here and there. Not really something to write home about, you know. Okay. What's in here? Hmm. Hmm. Mildly disappointing. Is all of this zone a big jungle? Nathadril, you've played this game for 18 years. Stop asking me stupid questions. Uh-huh. I know you regret telling me that, but yeah. You've died in this camp way too many times. Isn't it interesting that everywhere we go, you have a story of I died in this place way too many times. I died here over and over again. I can't even begin to count how many times I died in this camp. Or in this place. I bet from all those stories that you, well, knew and still know exactly where all the graveyards are in a zone. You do. Yeah, that makes sense. There should be, right? That should be some kind of achievement. I agree. I absolutely agree.
Congratulations.
Awesome. They've done it. No, I would just pass you by, but unfortunately you are going to attack me regardless. Whoa, what was that? You saw that too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hello. Well done. The loss of those jungle fighters will relieve some of the pressure on our camp. But now that you've had a taste of the forces we're up against, do you still want to throw your lot in with us? Well done, adventurer. These remedies will keep more of us alive and in fighting shape, and the extracts will help us create our own remedies. Now that many of his regular troops are reduced, you must face his highly trained forces. When they're not in the wilderness slaughtering our rebel soldiers, they are found deep in the back of the Curzon compound, in a cave they call the Stockpile. I know many of Curzon's troops personally, and I know they are skilled, loyal, and cruel. This is no easy task I set before you, adventurer. After you defeat them, report to Lieutenant Doran, my commanding officer. He will want your report firsthand.
Boy, boy. Almost one. Yeah, that was interesting. That was really interesting. Jeez. I mean, it sorted itself out, but what the heck? It wasn't my choice to go with the gnome. I was coerced. Yeah, I was
Colonel
coerced.
Curzon was once a great, noble man. I must find what caused his fall into depravity. He may be under the sway of troll magic. To confirm this, I must study some of their legends. There are 4 tablets hidden within the troll ruins of Stranglethorn. I must see what is written on these tablets, transcribe their markings, and bring the transcriptions back to me. The first tablet is in the Balal ruins, the second is in the Vile Reef, and the third and fourth are in the ruins of Zulkunda.
And they can stay there for as long as they want. Those tablets and things. I'm sorry, LJ. I'm sorry. I'm a simple person. There is no huge epic backstory why I thought it was a good idea to play a gnome. No, I was just coerced. Well, my name is DieLuette, and DieLuette is German for the small one. So if you wanna make a connection there, feel free. Yeah, and Nathadriel was one of the 2 main propagandists for the gnome. I am actually thinking, to be honest, given that we are closer to Duskwood now, how about we try to get rid of Stalbon? How about that? And finish up Duskwood. You're a personal fan of the dwarf and the gnome? I like dwarves. I do like dwarves. I like to play dwarves. And halflings. I mean, not my very first. The character I played in the beta was a gnome rogue. And her name was Reza. And that was when I learned about this game, and when that was a little bit nostalgic. We have I have a playthrough on YouTube for that, Wrath of the Lich King. We played a nostalgic run with Reza. But after that, after the beta, I switched onto the Horde side. And my main there... Well, I had 3 mains. One was a Tauren Druid, the other one was a Troll Rogue. And the third one was then, a little bit later, a Blood Elf Mage. Blood Elf Priest, not Mage. Sorry! A Blood Elf Priest. And with the Blood Elf Priest, I did most of the stuff. That would be fancy. Yeah, let's try to get a Stalvan out of the way here, so we can finish that up. I have no idea how... Oh, hello. I have no idea how long that would take, or what level the enemies are there, but we'll see. On the hard side, you find yourself drawn to the trolls? Yeah, I don't know. After playing a troll and bringing her to 60 back in the days, I didn't feel like trolls. Does that make sense? I like the Tauren more. They were more my jam. People are only allowed to play Alliance. You NC Uni. Do I need to say more? No. No, I don't. You NC Uni. Time to head out. Have a fun walk. Enjoy the walk outside. And thank you for stopping by, Grim Rider. You have a Dwarf Paladin, which got to max level, whatever it was back then. And a Demon Hunter, which also got to max level. That's not true. I created a Demon Hunter, I played it for like 2 or 3 levels and decided Demon Hunter is absolutely not for me. Maybe because it was Legion. The whole thing about Legion. That made me like, nope. Okay, they can now have fun with Stitches over there. I go this way. I think I don't want to... Again? But this time it was the game. They had updates today. What happened with those updates? Maintenance. Oh god, I hope not. Well, I think in order to keep her alive, I will stay out of zones that have a lot of mobs in one place. How do we feel about that? In order to keep her alive? So, like this, for example. Staying at a good range. So even though the game crashes, we are not completely overrun. I think that might be a good idea. Let's call it farming. Yeah, I think I like that idea. A rolling gnome gathers no moss. That is an interesting saying. You know, if we were not playing hardcore, I wouldn't mind. Would be like, yeah, well, it happens. But given that we are playing hardcore and I don't want to start over again, keeping it extra safe today. Yes, 0 frames can very, very quickly translate into 0 HP. Yes, and let's not do that. Let's not do that. Hey, caninos. You arrived at work? You have. And you have a helper here today. What? A helper? Nice. Did you drive super fast and have lunch? Ah. Why is this quest labeled 35? When... Oh shit. When Stalvan is 32? God, you're annoying.
Congratulations.
Because they would like me to die. That is rude. That is very rude. He did, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he did hit pretty hard. And the curse. Thank goodness we can remove curse. We'll go out to eat with Canininos? But I can't get to him in time, I don't think.
You need something? I know, adventurer. Stalvan is dead. I sensed a wave of hope ripple through the tainted forest. Once and for all, Duskwood is free from his bloodthirst. My joy is hampered by thoughts of those who fell prey to the horrible beast. Nonetheless, you are a brave and cunning adventurer.
That was it? Oh. Oh then. Nathadre, you have 2.5 hours.
What can I do for you?
Go.
Safe travels.
Does anyone have a helicopter? Sorry, mine is in the shop. Annual checkup, you know. And how do you walk them over the Baltic Sea? Genius. These boots are made for walking. How? Oh, no, wait. Sure, if that's what you take away from it. Let the coffee a genius. Best day ever. Okay, if that's what you take away from it, fine. Fine. Okay. You win. Okay. So. How? I'm given that. Okay, let me start over. Words are hard. Given that apparently the game today is a little bit wonky, not as stable as I would like it to be, right? How about we go on a journey? On a journey to Hillsbrad. And don't do much more of the
Be seeing you.
Of the killing kind. How do we feel about that? You know, I can fly up to Refuge Point, and then we can try to make our way here.
Where would you like to fly to?
How do we feel about that? Just to keep her safe.
Farewell.
Hey, 44. Hello. Good morning. I think that is a good idea. I would like to have that idea. Ooh, can I get... I sent now all the money to her. Okay, let's see if we can get to leather. To heavy leather, that is. Can I sell some more?
Welcome to the Bank of Stormwind. We offer financial accounts and safety deposit boxes for valuable items. Do you already have an account with us, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Be careful.
We have 56 gold, by the way. That means we still need 40 or something like that to get the mount with level 40. Okay, let's see. Can I get heavy leather? Doesn't matter, it's the same price anyway. But do I need that many? Apparently I do. Only thick spider silk. Ugh. Road trip! Yeah. That's what we're going to do.
Welcome to the Bank of Stormwind.
I don't have the spider silk here? I thought I had spider silk. Or do I have it on Chelsea even? Oh, that could be. That could be. Yeah, you know, if we die with her due to me being stupid, then that's the way it is. But I don't want to die because of a server problem. You know. Nope. Oh, wait a second, we can't learn here anyway. So let's just get to the general goods and get some fine thread to make 2 lesser wizard robes. That brings us to 4. And then we can make them pants. And that brings us to 155, a little bit closer to Mage Weave.
Would you like to purchase something?
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's do this first. 2 of those. And the leather I want to have for the silk pack. How many do I need for that? Actually, let's do that. That might sell a little better.
Very well then.
Good. And 155. Yoink. That goes into the bank.
What's on your mind?
You go there, same as you, the mystery meat as well. I don't know what the library script is for. What was it for? Nothing we have here. Okay, done. Okay. Better. All right. Off we go. Taking a little road trip, little scenic tour.
The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy-peaked griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge?
No.
I think not.
No. They still can't. They never can. I think not. No. Me neither. Me neither. Into the wetlands. Wasn't it nice when the dam was still intact? I liked it when the dam was still intact. And the Loch Modan was actually a lake. I don't miss this area though. Somehow I don't. Oops, sorry. That went into the wrong pipe. Ugh. No coughing. If I wouldn't have coughed, I would have choked. So let me cough. Because that's very much your decision. Well, apparently you tell me to not cough. So apparently it is your decision. 37, ew. So,
What can I do for you? Safe travel.
where
Don't mind
are you
Spirito,
sending
adventurer.
us?
He doesn't mean to be rude. He's just terribly
Oh,
busy.
the Wither Box.
While we wait for him to finish scouting, why don't we work on something more productive?
Yes, as in shutting you up. I think that is very productive. On this road, we just have to be careful to not run into the messenger. You know, the undead with the patrol. You have to be careful with that. That is our patrol. They are okay. We like them. However, there's another patrol which we want to avoid. Guard. Anyone else always calls it Stormguard? Because that's way easier to say than Stromguard. No? Okay. Al Shenanigans taking notes. Ah. Yeah. Are we being evaluated? You want to pass the next exam? What exam? I didn't know that we had an exam. Iron! I want that iron. I want it all. And there would Goldthorn as well. No, I want that iron. Iron! No, mining is 161. That means we have entered the gold era. But not Mithril. For Mithril we need 175. There is no viewer exam. I didn't prepare for any. I didn't know we needed any. Darn hold. That doesn't look much like a keep anymore. Roar. Scroll the notes. But it's good. Always keep learning. Learning is important. Never stop doing that. What music is this? Is it Elven Forest? Or is it Red Ridge? Although, is there a difference between Elven Forest and Red Ridge in the music? Or is it even from Northshire Abbey? Huh. Huh.
Where would you like to fly to?
Open
Light
it up.
bless you.
Nice. Hey.
I, the great Bartolo, shall make for you the world-famous, alliance-renowned Yeti fur cloak. Travel the planet and find yourself a better cloak, I dare you. Oh wait, what is that, little person? Bartolo, there is no finer cloak. Yes, that I have heard before. Bartolo requires a bolt of wool, a hillman's cloak made by a skilled leather worker, fine thread, and Yeti fur, of course. Bring to me these items and you shall be a happy customer.
A Hillman's cloak? That is from a leather worker. I'm not even sure there are any leather workers around.
Crushridge ogres have dug an ogre mound up in the Alterac Mountains near the ruined city of Alterac, and my scouts tell me they've taken over those ruins as well. We can't let them get cozy up there. If they think they're safe where they are, then their next step will be to move down into the foothills, which will put them right at our front door. Go north to the Alterac Mountains and hunt ogres. Bring me the dirty knuckle bones they carry, and you will earn a nice bounty. Hail and well met, adventurer. I lead a group of adventurers investigating odd happenings in this area. My cousin in Hillsbrad recently put down his dog Stanley because the animal mystically grew to an immense size and savagely attacked anyone who came near him. I believe the undead are involved, and we're looking for signs to prove as much. Two of my companions, Quay and Kinnelori, headed to the Goshek farm in the Arathi Highlands and haven't checked in for days. Find them for me? I grow concerned. If there's one thing you'll learn about South Shore, it's that we have some of the best cuisine north of Stormwind. Take my secret recipe for turtle bisque, for example. I've known folks to travel from as far as Darkshire just to enjoy a bowl. Speaking of which, I haven't been able to make any lately. I used to head up past Dalaran to Lake Lordimere myself to hunt snapjaws, but it's just too dangerous now. If you bring me some turtle meat from the snapjaws up north and soothing spices, I'll whip some up.
He's not asking for much. Oh no, he's definitely not. Oh, there you are.
Transferred from the Stormwind City Guard to South Shore, a town that should be abandoned by the looks of it. Smell of the harbor day and night. Not to mention old Redpath wants me to take care of they murlocs. Ha! I can barely rouse myself to go out to some of the pockets of the overgrown fish down the western strand. If you would go in my place and take care of them, I'd appreciate it. I am the new magistrate of South Shore, recently assigned after the assassination of the previous magistrate. The assassins were never found, but through our investigations, we're almost certain they were hired by the Syndicate. a group of thieves led by villainous nobles of the now-fallen kingdom of Alterac. The Syndicate has a camp north of the Horde-occupied Terran Mill, and our last clues led to that camp. Slay the Syndicate members you find there.
Good day to you.
Okay, just to get that away from
See you
the
later.
minimap. Otherwise it would drive me crazy. Assassin's contract not available yet. What is this? Costly menace. Yeah, I'm not sure we can actually do this one, the Yeti fur cloak, because I don't know if we can get a Hillman's cloak.
Ain't nothing that irks me more than losing these here beautiful horses. And believe me, we've lost quite a few between them pesky undead creeps, the dang Syndicate gang, and all the other good-for-nothing scoundrels poking about these parts. But I swear on my old granddaddy's grave, there ain't no bigger menace to our horses here than them mountain lions up in Alterac, always coming down from the hills and making my life difficult. You fancy yourself a hero? Go and do something about it then.
We could go for the easier quest and go for the Murlocs, but I am not going down to Murlocs today. No, sir. Not happening. Exactly. That's why I don't go down there today. Not with how everything here is behaving. Stopping and dropping and doing all the nasty things that make my heart go ugh. So, no. Yeah, exactly. Yet another species of WoW turtles is about to go extinct. Yep. The fun thing is, I think I have turtle meat in my bag. I think. I think I have turtle meat in my bank, but the question is, A, do I want to get it, and B, would it be the same? And that I do not know. Turtle meat. Okay, so it is the same one that I have in the bank. But I don't remember how much I have in the bank. We could go check. But then again, then we wouldn't get any extra XP from here. Decisions. Decisions. Just a second. Ew. Oh. Copper. Hey, Crimson. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Oh, I have news for you, Crimson. We finished Subnautica 2 yesterday. That means today we are starting Aphelion. And either on Sunday or on Monday we're starting Baldur's Gate 3. Subnautica 2 was awesome. Absolutely awesome. I love that game. The franchise? Is it a franchise already? Having 3 games? Let's call it a franchise. That series? I love Subnautica. I love what the devs do with it. It's a really great game. And the way that the early access plays? Absolutely awesome. If you do love Subnautica, I can highly recommend playing the early access. Yes. But Battleground 3... Battleground. Why do I always say Battleground when I see BG? Baldur's Gate. Good God. Yes. Baldur's Gate 3 in the afternoon, 3 p.m. CET. Yes. Yeah, I think once we started, then Baldur's Gate will bring us to Christmas. Yeah, I think Christmas is a good time frame. And I'm trying something new with the avatar for Baldur's Gate. I'm kinda excited to see how that pans out, how it works, if it works. Yeah. God, I hate when they creep into view. Yuck. But how are you, Crimson? How was your day so far? I hope you have a good day. You're okay? That's good to hear. So, Baldur's Gate 3 is 2 to 3 streams character creation and then the rest of the year for gameplay. Yes. that sounds about right. Mm-hmm. that does sound about right, yeah. You're hyping yourself up to work on your project. Ooh. You can do it, you can do it. Projects are fun. We like projects. You can do it, you can do it. Difficult when you don't have an actual job anymore. Wait, you were laid off? Well, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear. It's only getting rid of your anxiety and trying to take advantage of your free time. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It takes a lot to, for one, being able to deal with the situation, and then once you've dealt with the situation for yourself, then to actually say, you know what, that's the way it is now, so let's make the best out of it. That's a hard thing to do, so you're doing very good. In April, the company you work for went under. Oh. You had your dream job. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. That really sucks. That really sucks. Pushing you to get out of the comfort zone. Yeah, that pesky comfort zone. I'm a fan of mine as well. I'm really a fan of mine. Yeah, but sometimes you have to do the things you don't want to do, but they are good for you. Yeah. And Llama has your back. Yeah, your husband. That. I think we remembered that. Well, I did remember that. It would be quite funny, actually, to see an actual llama having your back, but no. We know it's your husband. Well, I mean, people have the craziest pets. Right? And if you have a pet camel or a llama, I mean, just throw it in the same pen as you would a horse and a miniature horse and a donkey. And they have great companionship. So, well, never seen a camel in your life? But the thing is, because you're from the Middle East. I have never seen a bear in real life. Yet I live in Finland, where there are 1 million bears. I don't want to see one, but only in an enclosure in Sweden. I think it was in Sweden. I'm not quite sure. There is a huge enclosure, and there is a there's a big wolf pack and some bears. That's the only things that they have, and the areas where they live in are huge, huge. The only camel in your country was imported and it died. Oh no, that's not. That shouldn't be funny. It shouldn't be funny, yet it is. Ah. How about you give us a little bit more of the turtle meat and not the clam meat? That would be great. That would be great. Yeah, what's on your agenda next? How is your graveyard keeper coming along? Are you taking a little break for now? Okay, well that's fair. If there is something I can do, just let me know, okay? You were able to unlock the cultist perk. I don't think I have the cultist perk. It makes sense though. It makes a lot of sense. You saw a bear cross the road one time, but you think it's the only time you've seen one. But you've seen some tracks. I've not seen bear tracks. I've seen wolf tracks and moose twice. The first time a mama moose and her young crossed in the woods, crossed our road, like 5 to 10 meters in front of our car. That was interesting. And the other time it was right next to the road. And then I saw a lot of moose in our freezer. But unfortunately not anymore. Aww. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. But please, if there is anything, don't hesitate to just ask. And if it is within my power, I will do my best. You have luckily never come across any moose? Yeah, it was... Well, the very first time I ever saw a moose was on the... on my road trip through Sweden. But that moose was far off the road. And it was... Something was moving on the tree line while I was driving, and I just stopped because, well, there was nobody on the road, and I just thought, what the heck is that? And then, yeah, took a picture and had to enhance the picture, and then I saw that it was a moose, and I thought, oh, they are much bigger. Much bigger than I thought they are. And then, yeah, the other 2 times here in Finland. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to come across them when they are in a bad mood. We have to be careful because there's a elite dragon here somewhere flying around. This is, I think, for the paladin quest, if I remember correctly. Or is it for the mage quest? I don't know. It is for some class quest here. Reason why you have to be ready to break hard when driving around in areas where moose can randomly hit on the road. Yes! Yes! Can't slack around. Nope, have to be wary. When there are the signs that there could be moose, be on your extra guard. The car usually wins that fight, but still does massive damage. I don't want to find out. I really don't want to find out, no. The first time that we saw it, when the moose and her young were running across the road, that was with Rambo's old Clio. So I'm actually not too sure if the car would have won that one. Walk close to deer, fox and skunk. Ew. But not moose. Deer, yes. Fox, side of the road, yes. Skunk, never. Never ever been close to a skunk. Can't say I want to, either. For some weird reason. How did you come close to deer and to a fox? Aren't they usually running away as soon as they feel that something is off? Gee, could some of this frost bolts hit, please? Thank you. Goodness. Hi, L. L. Hi. Good morning. Or good day. Good afternoon. Good evening? I don't know where you are. Hello. The deer kind of stand there like that saying deer in the headlights? Oh. But it wasn't the deer that was on your... that was on your car, right? It wasn't like a figurine. I don't know, what is the... What's the word for it? You know, when you have a ship back in the days and you have this mostly women figurines in front of the ship. I only know the German word for it. I don't know what it is called in English. Like for a car it would be a hood ornament, but what is it called for ships? Figurehead? Okay. Oh, okay, so you're living close to the woods. In the woods. Oh, okay. They kinda observe you. But deer and fox are cute. Except when the fox have rabies, then not so much. But usually deer and fox are very cute. There was an awkward place here. Only time you got worried was when there were deer on both sides of the path and you had to go between them. Do they attack? I thought they would just scatter into the woods then. There's a fox that lives somewhere between your apartment and Prisma? Really? So it's you running around often and biking, driving? That is cool! That is way cool. I don't want to go further there, because then we're entering Alterac. And I still think that there at some point is this dragon flying around, and I don't want to say hello to that. Was a male on one side and the herd on the other. Oh, okay. Well, that does sound better be safe than sorry. Yeah. We would actually like to set up a camera at the cottage, at the Murky, and see what kind of wildlife is running around there when nobody's around. Why are you carrying these clams? Or so many of those? Shouldn't you give me your meat? That Frost Nova doesn't do anything for them. They resist it so often. I think we can make food with that though. Yeah, there. Well, that's good. That's actually the food that we have right now. That's good. Oh my. We need 3 more. Only 3. Okay, 2. Only 2. That should also, if we only need 2 more of the meat, turtle meat, that should take around, what, 25 turtles? That hill spread up there. There's the enemy. I don't know why they are so complicated. They don't want to get rid of their shell. They don't want to get rid of their meat. That is very rude behavior of them. Very rude. Very rude indeed. Yeah, get used to that sound. Once we start the Burning Crusade run, that is a lot of you will hear that sound a lot of the times. Yeah, but for that we still need to have 27 more levels with her.
Congratulations.
Goodness gracious. We finally did it. Silver, don't mind if I do. Turns out they're all shell. Yep, they are all shell. They have not a single meat blob on them. Apparently. Yeah, go away. Oh! Good luck. But we have exactly 20. That is nice. A nice round stack. Where is the copper? There it is. You are coming with me. You have nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. Oh, hold on.
What's up? Glad I could help.
You couldn't. We got turtle nugget. No. Clam nuggets. Tangy clam meat. The turtle meat we are getting rid of right away. Apparently it doesn't hold long. You know, gets bad real quick. Can't have that.
Hello. Everyone will be so pleased. Chef Jessen's soothing turtle bisque is served once again.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that. We can also do this. And for that I need 20 hot spices. Spicy. Up there.
Hello.
Hello.
Have a good one.
I will. Create them all, and even though they are green, maybe we can get like 3 or 4 points out of it. That's 3 points. Oh, look at that. Nice. And we can make more of this when we are back in
Hey there.
in Ironforge. Oh, nice. That is a forge? Okay. Just smelting all that and sending it to Omi so she can make some more money. I think we can make some bronze actually. That should sell a little bit better. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe. And then I actually quickly want to switch over to Omi and find out if we can buy a Hillman's cloak. And how many millions that would cost us if there is one in the auction house. Nope. There we go. Okay. Quickly switching over.
Welcome to the Bank of Stormwind. We offer financial accounts and safety deposit boxes for valuable items. Do you already have an account with us, ma'am?
I do, and I'm very happy that you don't tell me that nothing got ever stolen in the history of the history. I am actually very pleased to hear that. Here we have a lot of foodie items now. That we can sell in the...
Go with honor, friend.
For the... What's the face? For the vendor. For the vendor. For the vendor. Ha-da-da. Ha-da. Okay, let's put that there and that. No shadow dams. You can bid on that. Okay. Oh, the reason why we came here. No. Armor, cloth, back. Hillman's cloak. That's what we need? Fine. And a wool cloth, I think it was, right?
Welcome to the Bank of Stormwind.
Let's see. Let's see if that is actually what we needed. It is! Okay, then a bolt of woolen cloth. Just one. Alright. Oh, South Shore. You died there many times. You died everywhere. There is not a single place on the map of Azeroth where you haven't died. So, how is the graveyard here? It's nice. Really? Not too far to run. Well, that's true. That's true. Remember world PvP? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yes. I never participated, but yes. It was either in the Barrens that Crossroads was always platted. People really hated Crossroads, apparently. And killing the quest givers right in front of you, which was never nice. And then here. Yeah. And then you waited for an eternity for the quest giver to come back, and then he came back, and then directly behind the quest giver was some rogue who killed it right away again. It's like, rough. That's why you died that many times. And that could be a reason. Yes. That could be a reason. Yeah, no, not annoying at all. No, no, no. When you spend like 2.5 hours just trying to get a quest done. To continue the chain quest. And then someone behind the monitor is giggling his life away because killed the quest giver for the umpteenth time that day. I mean, Baron's chat was legendary. Absolutely legendary. There was always something going on. But the killing the quest givers, not so much fun. Oh, the rogue that would try to sneak into Ironforge. I don't know, how do you sneak into Ironforge? Yeah, Baron's chat, what I remember, was hit and miss. Either you had the time of your life, it was super funny, and you just spent hours in the Barons just sitting somewhere and reading chat and participating in chat, or it was the most horrible things that you could ever read. The things they would do to each other's mom, unspeakable. And to this day, I'm fairly certain that one or two things that they wrote there is still illegal in many countries. So it was internet. Yes. Yes. That's the quintessence of it. It was internet. But how do you sneak into Ironforge? I know how you sneak into Undercity. Getting into Orgrimmar isn't too much of a flex either. Thunderbluff needs some coordination. But how do you sneak into Ironforge? Bad internet. Bad. Just bad. There's an exploit path where you can climb on top of the mountain and then drop him from above? And if you miss that spot, you accidentally jump into the big forge? Into the molten stuff there? Please tell me that that's the thing. That would be funny. Trying to be super sneaky and going into Ironforge just to end up dead in the big forge. And yes, I am allowed to laugh, because I died so many times in that freaking elevator in Undercity. That is no longer funny. Are you sure that you have enough buffs? You died many times in the big forge? How so? Hi, Sima. Good morning. Never enough, apparently. Yeah, you can go in there. You're a paladin. Go in there. I stay out here. Yeah, but how did you get in there? Didn't you stop in time when you wanted to smelt some iron? It is before 12. It is still morning. You can, but the gods have high detection. Seen if you get caught and try to run for it back in the day. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know where you are, Sima, but where I am, it is still before 12. So that means it is still morning. Or it's so long ago you could also... Intended? Really? Because you were bored? Oh, okay. Never done that. Never ever done that. Huh. Never did that. When I was, well, let's call it bored, that rarely happened. I went farming. Yep. I went farming. Ooh, hello. Yellow. Four. And for that Arcanite for the Paladin mount. Group of friends. 5 old teenagers. And then you wanted to go to a dungeon or other stuff, there was waiting time. And in the waiting time you had nothing else to do than just jump into the lava and see who could survive the longest. The things one does. So thinking how that would fly in today's modern world, one on WoW, and what we're missing. Hey, wanna go raid Crossroads? Raid what? Raid who? Ew, no, that's a newbie era. No. Ew, no. I can't get 3,227 gold out of that. I remember the first time when I was in the death mines with my rogue, the gnome rogue. With the group, I had no idea who they were. They were asking if I want to go to the death mines. I had no idea what the death mines are. We went through, we made it out alive, and as a as a thank you for going with them, they sent me a tiny fang in the mail. A tiny fang that is worth like 2 coppers. And said thank you. And I thought, this is so nice. That is so nice of them. Look at that. We need 4 more fur. Let's see. Wanna jump off Ironforge and slow fall for distance? Well, I know that they did that in Thunderbluff. Yeah. Hi, Lebane. Hello. How am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? Yes. Hardcore. That's true. That's exactly what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 3 more. Yay! Oh no, she is our 3rd try. Yep. She is our 3rd try. And I have a retired 26-year-old hunter. Yeah, but first we got Ambi, then we got Borny, and then we have Chelsea. And she is the one that we are bringing to level 60 because I am not starting over again. You think you have to play hardcore once again? Do it! Do it, do it! You're bored of retail now. Yeah. Oh, that happens. That happens. Thank goodness that there are so many options. But yeah, go for it. Yes! Yes, I do. Because the last run that we did was with a Tauren Druid. You know, Mists of Pandaria. We played as a Tauren Druid. So this run is now with Alliance, and that means the next run, which will be a Burning Crusade run, will be with Horde again. Switching it up. Can't wait for you to have level 40 again. Yeah, I'm not going to die again with her. So we are being extra careful. The first character died with level 9 in the Elven Forest. Died to orcs, to murlocs. The second character died in Ashen Vale with level 23, also due to murlocs. And she, in the beginning of the stream, turned 33, and I am not going to start over again.
Congratulations.
Not happening. So we are being extra cautious and super careful. Well, not all caves, but a lot of caves, yes. That's true. That's true. Do whatever you want. If you want to go for a human priest, enjoy. Have fun. Do it. Why not? What's keeping you?
Well met.
You can't decide? I let you in on a little secret. Here at home, at our desk, we have a little plastic skull that we kept from last year Halloween. There was candy inside that skull. No, not last year, the year before. And after the candy was gone, we kept the skull, and I wrote on different colored paper. I had one color for the race, right? Like, I don't know, human, Tauren, undead, blah blah blah. Then a different color for male or female character. And then a third color for the class. And then when I can't decide, we make a shuffle with a skull. And I pick 3 of those. And that's what I'm going to play. Yeah, I can't do the shuffle for you because you wouldn't see it. So that there would be no...
Now it is time for the great Bartolo to work his magic. I require no wizard's staff, no mage's rod, for I, the great Bartolo, work magic with a mere needle and thread.
Yeah, and give me absolutely nothing for it. That is the worst cloak I ever seen.
Hey there.
You can basically roll a dice, exactly. Same thing.
See you later.
Gold. Stupid Bartholomew. Yeah, but that's how I do it here. And it works pretty well, actually. You think about it after your Mystic Plus run. Enjoy! Good luck! Good luck. Yeah, we're not going to the Murlocs today. Not after how the game is behaving today. And, actually, you know what? Me thinketh that this is actually a good time for the day to actually call it a day. For now. I'm going to be back this afternoon, however, when we start Aphelion at 3 p.m. CET. That is a good chance for you to catch up on other games here on the channel as well. 3 p.m. CET for some Aphelion. And if you don't want to see that, then come back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. CET when we are continuing the run with this little lady. Up until then, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for making this fun. I wish you a wonderful time and I hope that I see you later. Up until then, I'm out of here. Bye-bye!